Hello, hello, hello. This is Miss CC coming from her home. I hope everybody's doing great today and all the families well, etc. I'm going to be talking to you all today in regards to the 13 things mentally strong women do not do. And we are on the chapter that says that they do not put others down to lift themselves up. So we were at the point when we last talked, we were talking about how we seem to put women down and what we should do instead of putting people down to elevate ourselves. And the one first thing was that when you catch yourself being tempted to put someone down, think of this old saying. If you cannot say anything positive, don't say anything at all. In other words, just close your mouth. You don't have to activate that muscle, especially if you're activating that muscle to spew hatred and to spew evil. Hatred, evil, jealousy, whatever it is. In the long run, it's not going to make you feel good. It may put you up on the pecking order, but it won't last long. You'll have to do it again, again, again. But rather than doing it, when you catch yourself tempted to put someone down, think about that. And that is the shortest explanation that I can give you. That is just simple, common sense. That's it. Now, Mrs. Moran goes on and she talks about the different things about talking about women and putting other women down and saying different kind of stuff and what you can and what you can't do and what you should and what you shouldn't do. We all know what we should and shouldn't do. We as women don't ever want to see another woman get ahead of us. We are always in competition with another woman. We're always in competition for something. And I think that comes back to when someone is being put down, when you're putting someone down, it damages them emotionally and it puts you in a vicious cycle emotionally to have to do that exact thing over and over and over and over again. And while you're doing it over and over and over again, you are expending energy. Energy that can be placed into more positive, solid, foundational things in your life, making an impact in your communities, in your churches, in your districts for voting, in this world, in your own home, for your grandchildren, for your children. Be an example. You don't have to say anything at all. Just keep your mouth shut. Now, we left off with this. Mrs. Moran says, when you are tempted to talk about somebody else or gossip, put someone down, she wants you to deep down inside, what are you feeling? She wants to know, what are you feeling when you talk about someone and you put a person down? That's the first thing she wants to ask. And then, why are you trying to accomplish this? What are you trying to accomplish? Okay, so what are you feeling? What are you trying to accomplish? And what does this say about you? Now, I kind of said that earlier, but going from the bud, okay, she says, what are you feeling? What are you trying to accomplish by putting someone down? And then, what does this putting someone down do for you as a woman? Now, I could go on and on and on about all three of these. How do you feel? You probably feel a high, okay? When people talk about other folks, they feel a high. I'm serious, they do. They just, it lifts them up. It gets them all sparkled up because they're in a frenzy. And when they can create a sensation like that, then it causes conflicts and it stirs everything up and it keeps everything going. So they get high off of it. So that's the feeling. Now, what are they trying to accomplish? Well, they may be trying to accomplish to identify somebody's flaws in front of everybody so that they can be embarrassed, or to make them unpromotable, unliked in the church, in the church choir, or in the congregation. Starting a rumor that's not even true, or either some of the facts may be true, but not the entire thing. So, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to accomplish that? And in doing that, does that say about you? What does it say about you? When you just pop off and talk about folks left and right and put them down and, get that high that you want to have. But let me tell you something, that high doesn't last for very long. It only lasts for just a short time. And then you have to repeat the same cycle. You either can pick the same person to pick on, or you'll pick somebody else. Whichever is available to you. And you would hope that whatever you have to say about that person is juicy enough so that people will be interested and it will entice them to continue the gossip, continue the putting down that person, because you started a cycle. And your cycle can be ended in a short, brief while. And you won't be on top of the pecking order. You'll be down at the bottom or in the middle. Yeah. So, the next thing is that we were talking about building our self-worth as women on healthy foundations. Now, I gave you an example of a woman that is always angry, and that in her face, her disposition and everything, you could see that she was angry all the time. She'd look around the room and it looked like she was just ready to fight. She looked so unhappy. She really did. And I thought to myself, this is real. So I'm sorry, y'all, but this is real. I thought to myself, dang, it must take her a lot of strength and energy to be that angry all the time. Why is she so angry? Wow. I'm scared to ask her, but I really want to ask her. It's like, come on, let's have a little talk. Talk girl talk. How you doing? Blah blah blah. And say, what's going on with you? You just really look like you are just so upset. What is going on with you? That's extending your helping hand without judgment. I don't want to judge this person. I just want to be able to help her. And if she's angry about something that stems from her childhood, when we talked about earlier about when we talk about folks and put them down, and it leaves emotional scars. If she's dealing with emotional scars, then perhaps she needs an environment that will foster her being healed from those emotional scars that were done to her. And that may be the reason why she's walking around angry and spending all that energy. Think about it. Building your foundation on a healthy foundation and building up your self-worth. Now, if you take that energy that anger does, and put it towards something that is positive. Like I said before, a lot of us, the first thing they're gonna say is that giving honor to God, who's the head of my life, and you have your foundation built on the Lord God and His Scripture and your church, then I'm like, go ahead, sister, go ahead. But not all of us are there, you know. Not all of us are, that way. But some of us are, and some of us aren't. But I think that's a very strong foundation to build everything on. If you're really serious about your relationship with God, then that foundation right there, building that foundation right there, will lead you to not put other people down. You won't find yourself doing that. Even though you're in the church, if you are serious about it. Now notice I said, if you are serious about it. Because you can play church. Everybody knows that, right? You can play church. But that's not always a good thing to do. Because playing church will always come and open up, and they'll see. People will see. You'll make the mistake when you're playing church that you will open yourself up, and people will see that you're not actually what you proclaim to be, and having a foundation built on God and His Word. So, sometimes we gotta be careful, okay? Oh, so careful. And not get diverted, not get, set aside and make some wrong choices while we are in service with the Lord. That's how I'm going to say it, okay? Now, for those that are not building your foundation on the church, build your foundation on something that is solid. Build your foundation on, say, education. That's a solid foundation in which can help a person's self-worth. On edifying other people with mentorship programs. Mentorship programs, big brother, big sisters, organizations are always asking for volunteers. Someone can step in and make a difference in a young man or young woman's life. Building your foundation on that. Building your foundation on your family. Now, I'm not talking about those unwritten rules. I'm talking about building your foundation on your family. Taking care of your family needs. Ensuring that your children are learning. Watching their grades, going to their practices, going to different places, and encouraging them to do good and to do better and do more, succeed, get those A's. We don't want to be perfectionists, but if you're building your foundation on your family and the concept of family, man and woman coming together to set down roots, to be a family, to build a home together. And when you build a home, it's not just a building. A home is a heart that people come in, or a circle that the people that we love are gathered in. That is a very strong, strong foundation. And if you are concentrated on those different type of positive foundations, your self-worth will be more than you having to put someone down to get that high, or you having to put someone down to show everyone their flaws, or just yourself and talking about that person's flaw. We all have flaws, ladies. I don't think I don't think there's anybody out there that don't have at least a few vices. Okay? And I just really want to be honest with you, because I believe the truth is what we need to hear. The truth is what we need to hear. We need to mend a lot of relationships with our parents, with our husbands, with our children, with our neighbors. There's a lot of mending that we need to do as women. We are not always, impeccable, perfect. And I myself, I don't see anybody that is perfect. If they were perfect, then the sky would not rain on them. If someone was perfect, they used to say this, they say that. So you're Jesus Christ. You're JC. You're so perfect that you're JC. You and JC are friends. Nah. But my main thing is building your self-worth, your family, your church, your job, your career, your ability to mentor other people, take them under your wing, show them the way, and help them get those promotions, get those salary increases, and be the people that they want to be. Now, self-worth can be based on your appearance, your net worth, who you know, what you do, what you have achieved, and so many more. So, your self-worth. I talked about self-worth as family, as your relationship with God, as your relationship with your community. The book talks about your self-worth being your appearance, your network, who you know, what you do for a living, what you achieve. And in all those things that she listed, I did it in 3. Okay? Because all 5 of her suggestions of what we should look at as women to build our self-worth and a healthy foundation, I said it in 3 areas. And if you really, truly, truly think about it, there's only 3 areas. So this is going to be the end. Almost. Hold on, I got a couple more things I gotta do. We're gonna talk about refraining from that thought of talking about somebody. I'm gonna go finish this out. So, she says to refrain your thoughts. You can control your thoughts. Yes, you can. By the simple rule. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. When you learn how to not give your opinion about something, it is an art. Now, there are people that are in everybody's lives that have that type of, not authority, but I want to say relationship with you or with me, that if they were talking, you would be quiet. If something was going on with them, you would be quiet. Because you hold them out to be somebody special. Now, perhaps that's your mama. Perhaps it's your mother. Perhaps it's your aunt that you would never talk bad about. Something was going on with her or him, you'd never say anything. Same principle. Refrain from thought, because the vicious cycle of being negative takes so much strength. Make a conscious effort to build people up. Become mentors. Teach our daughters and sons. Help that new employee at the company you work at or where you work at. Teach them ropes. And you will achieve mental strength as a woman and learn how not to put people down, but to lift them up. And this lesson, this talk, touches our careers, our family lives, and our social interactions with others. So I hope I gave you ladies something to think about today. I'm kind of dressed like not really dressed like anything. I got my my little overall things on today. So but I just wanted to drop in and finish this chapter with you all. I know it's going over time. It always goes over time. I try to make it 25. So, but I'm going to go and I'm gonna stop now. But I hope that everybody's doing well and that I was able to help someone today. And perhaps this may make a conversation piece between you and your sister, biological sister or brother, or between you and a friend. And sit down and just be honest with one another. And let's try to do better. Let's try to lift ourselves up and every other woman that's there. I love you guys so much. And as I say always, and I'm going to keep on saying this, kiss the ones that you love and tell them you love them. And if you have children, squeeze them so tight and tell them how important they are to you in your life and that you love them. Because today is just today, and we are not promised a tomorrow. So we must make our memories today so that when we are gone, our legacy will live on. So I want you all to have a blessed day, and I'll be talking to you soon. Peace out, people.